Welcome to Car Swag. Some cars just hit different. You know the ones. They roll up, look all innocent, like they're just here to buy groceries, then they drop a gear and evaporate into the sunset. We're not talking about your grandpa's muscle car or some exotic supercar that costs more than a small island. Nah, today we're talking about the 1990 Honda CRX SR. This ain't just a car, it's a statement. A tiny, angry, high-revving statement that punched way above its weight class. Back in '90, Honda basically looked at a blueprint for a sensible commuter, shredded it, and then drew a cartoon rocket ship. The CRX SR wasn't trying to be big or flashy. It was lean, it was mean, and it had a secret weapon under that surprisingly understated hood. Most folks saw a small Honda, maybe a little zippy. What they didn't see was the future of performance crammed into a package lighter than a featherweight. This thing defined pocket rocket before the term even knew what hit it. This was the era where VTEC just kicked in, yo. Wasn't a meme, it was a religious experience. Before iPhones, before TikTok, before half the car brands you know even existed, Honda dropped the B16A engine into this little coupe. We're talking about a 1.6-liter four-banger that revved like a banshee with a caffeine addiction. It didn't just make power, it unlocked power at precisely 5,500 RPM, changing its cam profile like a superhero costume transformation. The sound was pure automotive opera, a wail that made bigger, heavier cars wonder what just blew past them. The asterisk sleeper energy meter on this bad boy, off the charts. It looked like something your responsible aunt might drive to ceramics class. But the moment you leaned into the throttle, that meter swung straight to send it. It wasn't about raw horsepower, it was about that asterisk delivery of that power. It was about how 150 horses felt like 250 when you only weighed as much as a sturdy paper airplane. This car taught a generation of gearheads that less weight and high revs could beat brute force any day of the week. And the handling? Oh man, the handling. This thing wasn't just glued to the road, it was tattooed to it. It danced through corners with a precision that felt almost telepathic. You'd think it had a direct neural link to your brain, anticipating your every move. It wasn't a grand tour, it was a go-kart on a protein shake diet. Every input was immediate, every turn an invitation to push harder. It parks like a gentleman and leaves like a headline. This was a car that blurred the lines between dad car and bad car. Your dad might have bought one for fuel economy, but he probably found himself taking the long way home just to feel that VTEC kick. It was practical enough for the daily grind, but it had a wild streak that was impossible to ignore. It whispered responsible adult, but screamed track day hero the moment you looked at a twisty road. It was the best of both worlds, if both worlds happened to be sensible commute and spirited canyon run. The CRX SI wasn't just a car, it was a cultural icon. It laid the groundwork for the entire import tuning scene. Before the Supra, before the Skyline became household names in America, the CRX was the original JDM hero. It was the car that taught kids you didn't need a trust fund to go fast. All you needed was a lightweight chassis, a high-revving engine, and a wrench. It was the car that launched 1,000 aftermarket parts companies and inspired countless late-night garage sessions. You didn't just own a CRX Seer, you joined a family. It had this minimalist, almost Bauhaus design. No unnecessary frills, just clean lines and an aggressive stance that hinted at its potential without screaming it from the rooftops. It was the anti-supercar, proving that joy could be found in simplicity and raw, unadulterated driving pleasure. It didn't need flashy aero or massive wings. Its performance spoke for itself. It was the kid in class who sat quietly but aced every test. So, would you daily it? Absolutely. Not just for the nostalgia, not just for the street cred, but because it's still an absolute blast to drive. Sure, it might not have heated seats or a gigantic touchscreen, but who needs those distractions when you're busy listening to that B16A sing its heart out? You'd be sacrificing some modern comforts, but gaining a direct connection to the road that most new cars can only dream of. You might need to Uber the kids on the really long trips, but for everything else, pure driving nirvana. The 1990 Honda CRX Seer wasn't just a moment in time, it was a blueprint. It showed the world that performance wasn't about size or prestige, but about engineering, balance, and a willingness to push the boundaries. It was a legend then, and it's an even bigger legend now. It taught us that sometimes the biggest thrills come in the smallest packages. This car didn't just drive, it inspired. It still does. Hit subscribe at @cr._swag. More legends to roast and toast, one clean photo at a time.